Welcome again to Analista de la Liga with me, Terry Gibson. I'm just going to do a Week 15 preview. I'm going to split it up into two this week. Going to look at the title race, those contenders that are playing this weekend, look at their fixtures and then do the rest afterwards, and all sorts of things to talk about. A couple of outstanding midweek games of football as well, with Barcelona defeating Atletico Madrid by 3-1 after being 1 goal behind. And of course Real Madrid winning 3-0 at Athletic Club with Kylian Mbappe in sensational form again. So I'll touch on those a little bit more when I come to talking about their fixtures. But I'm going to break it down into the top four. We have to, because Villarreal are just performing marvellously well. I'm going to start with them this week. They start the proceedings on Saturday, the first of the top four to play. They face Getafe at home. Fantastic win last week, well, for both teams. Getafe got the win against Elche after Elche got the draw against Real Madrid. So that's what Getafe do. They beat the teams that are in and around them, and they're particularly at home. And this week they go to Villarreal, who had a thrilling victory last week, one of the best games of the season, 2-0 up away from home against Real Sociedad. Real Sociedad do so well to get back into it, a team that find it hard to score goals, 2-0 down at home. They did that. And Alberto Melero got his second goal of the game in the 95th minute to take all 3 points for Marcelino's team. So that's they're going into the game in good form. Villarreal this season, I had the audacity to say they're not in the title race. I don't think they'll win it, but I'm going to include them in the race now. They've only lost 2 games all season. That was to Atletico Madrid away and Real Madrid away. So you can see that the form that they're in is exceptional. Massive squad, very strong squad. Disappointing in the Champions League, of course, but I'm just wondering now if they've taken their eye off the ball in that competition, because they actually genuinely might feel that this is a race worth concentrating on. And it's, as I say, they're firmly in the thick of the action. Do I expect them to get all 3 points in this one? Yes, I do. I think they're playing fantastically well. They're a good team. They're a better team than Getafe. Getafe made life difficult, particularly at home. But I don't see anything other than a victory for Marcelino's team. So I'm going to go for a home win here for Villarreal against Getafe. Then we come to a big game on Saturday afternoon. Fortunately, I'm on co-coms on this one. It's Betis against Barcelona. So Betis are boosted by, they won in the Copa del Rey midweek, heavy win. Rodrigo Riquelme scoring a hat-trick. They're boosted by the fact they won another derby. That's 2 on the trot now in La Liga. So they're really hammering home their current domination in the city of Seville, and that was a big win for them away from home. They got the win last year, first time in 6.5 years they'd won a severe derby, and they've backed out with another one at the Sanchez Pizjuan. So they're in good form. I like what I see from Betis. I love watching Betis play at home. I know it's in a temporary stadium, but the atmosphere is very similar to in the Benito Villamarín. They face a Barcelona team who are on the up, and I think coupled with the fact that they've found a home again, back at the camp now, and returning players coming back as well. Pedri and Rafinha were awesome midweek against Atletico Madrid. And Dani Olmo's getting back to his best form. Slight injury doubt. We saw him hurt his shoulder when he scored his goal midweek. Sean Garcia, sort of gone under the radar, how important he is for him to be back. Chesney does alright, doesn't let them down, but Sean Garcia is much better. All aspects of goalkeeping at the moment. And Frankie de Jong might be back after a fever, a virus. So everything's looking good for Barcelona. This is generally traditionally a hard game for them away at Betis, as it is for all the teams at the top. But I'm going to go for the extra quality from Barcelona to winning this one. I think it'll be tight. I think there'll be goals. I think Barcelona will score 3. I wouldn't be surprised to see Betis get 1 or maybe 2. So I'm going to go for a high-scoring away victory for Barcelona in this one. And on Saturday, again, we have Athletic Club against Atletico Madrid. Both teams looking for a bounce back. Athletic in particular, I think, they had the misfortune this week, playing against Real Madrid, losing 3-0. It looks a heavy defeat. Kylian Mbappe was just awesome. Courtois saved them at the other end. So when you've got those two players in the form that they're showing currently, it's a 3-0 defeat. You've got to try and just brush it off. Move on to the next game, but then hope it's not against Atletico Madrid. Because, Athletic Club do find it hard to score a goal or two. They got 2 last week against Levante at the weekend. Nico Williams is the star player. I'm seeing them trying to find him a position that's slightly more infield now to be a striker, because they're desperate for someone to score goals. He's their best player. He's their biggest chance of scoring a goal. So I think it's a tough one for Athletic. As I say, if Atletico's there planning for this game, will all be around Nico Williams. And Atletico Madrid, they started off really well against Barcelona, went 1-0 up with Alex Baena beating the offside trap. But as I say, Barcelona come roaring back and played really well. So it wasn't a reflection. The last goal for Barcelona was very late in the game. 2-1 was probably a fairer scoreline, but Barcelona won it 3-1 in the end. And Simeone was unusually gushing in his praise for an opponent. He said Barcelona were good, deserved to win the game, but he was really gushing about Rafinha. You can tell why. I mean, Rafinha has become the talisman, he's become the leader of Barcelona, and he could easily fit into a Diego Simeone team. So I'm going to go for Atletico to bounce back in this one. I just think Athletic are struggling at the moment. So an Atletico win. They're in great form, 7 wins in all competitions consecutively before losing to Barcelona. They're 6 points adrift, but they were worse off a couple of months ago. So I think they're still in the race. They're very much in the race, and I think this is a good opportunity for them to bounce back against an opponent who struggled to score goals. Then we finish the Big Four on Sunday. Real Madrid face Celta Vigo. Real Madrid, I've already mentioned Mbappe and Courtois. Other players are playing well as well. It's disappointing to see Trent Alexander-Arnold pick up another injury. Looks like he's going to be out for about 6 weeks. So I feel for him. Been in that position. You just can't seem to catch a break. You can't keep fit for one reason or another. So it's going to be a shame. So we're going to see issues with the right back position again, because Dani Carvajal is still missing. For Real Madrid, it's all about Kylian Mbappe. I mean, it was good for them to get their first win in 4 against in midweek against Athletic Club, but it was the reason they won. 2 sensational goals. I saw Trent Alexander-Arnold given the assist for the first one. That wasn't an assist. It was a decent pass, good pass. But when you pick the ball up on the halfway line, beat 3 defenders, and put it in the top corner, I think there's an element. You've created your own goal there. So Mbappe's got, since he's come to Real Madrid, he's got 47 in 49 in La Liga. He's got 69 in 79 in all competitions. This season he's got 16 goals in 15 appearances in La Liga. And he's got 25 in 20 in all competitions. 16 of the 32 goals Real Madrid have scored in La Liga this season have come from Kylian Mbappe. In all competitions they've scored 44. He's got 25 of them, so he's getting over half their goals. People are saying, are they too dependent on Kylian Mbappe? Well, it's not a problem while he's playing, and they've got to pray and hope that he's fit for the rest of the season. It's a problem when he's not playing. Then you can look around and think who's going to score the goals. It'll be interesting to see. Real Madrid don't want to see that at the moment. They want Mbappe firing on all cylinders, playing in every single game, doing what he does. I still hear people moaning about, well, PSG won everything without Mbappe and Real Madrid didn't win anything with Mbappe. He's just a rock star of a footballer. So, 2 wonderful goals in midweek. Camavinga get a goal as well. Could be interesting to see what Real Madrid do with the right back position. Celta are hit and miss at the moment. Just when you think things are going well, they slip up. They lost at home last week 1-0 to Espanyol. And yeah, I can't see any way I can justify going for anything other than a Real Madrid win in this one. So it could all be the same. I'm going for wins for Real Madrid, Atletico, Barcelona and Villarreal. I will be wrong. There'll be a slip up somewhere. There'll be a surprise somewhere. But enjoy the football this weekend. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Keep up to date with all things Spanish football. Really appreciate it. Love to hear the feedback, see the feedback. And I'll catch you again soon for the roundup of the rest of the weekend's action.